Jeremy Sockman here today with a look at a movie that sought out to answer an age-old question that people have been asking since the dawn of time, but never knew they only had to look to the future and the power of direct-to-video action films to learn that what they wanted to know wasn't actually that obscure. But this is an obscure film, so it's not that hard to see why so few people knew where to look. It's Double Trouble, starring the Barbarian brothers and Little Roddy McDowell. So what universal truth did this one expose? Let's take a look. Double Trouble features not one, but two pumped-up muscleheads that just happen to be twins. Peter Jade's a crook with some sweet shades who likes to brag about his robberies. His brother David's a cop who loves the Raiders but can't afford an adult-sized sweatshirt. When David nearly busts Peter after a job, he pumps iron in anger while his partner gets iced while undercover. Meanwhile, Chamberlain wants what Peter stole so he can rob an international diamond exchange. Luckily, David gets him first when the goof botches his next robbery.
I didn't do it!
You have the right to remain silent. As a matter of fact, I insist on it.
Scotty decides that the only way to solve this case is to team the two brothers up. So they play buddy-buddy and get to work. They sneak into a hell spa, engage in shootouts, fistfights, and car chases, and trail the diamond thieves all the way to a big showdown at an airport where, spoiler alert, the bad guy gets offed, and Peter very slowly escapes with the diamonds. Now, Double Trouble might sound a bit like Double Impact, but there are some key differences. There's no split-screen tricks here. The Barbarian brothers are actual twins, and it's by using the power of their relation that the director John Paragon makes his point in this one. You see, Double Trouble wants to solve the age-old nature versus nurture question. Are people born bad, or do they turn out that way from outside forces?
Start talking or start bleeding. I do what he says. Those steroids make him unpredictable.
It's pretty obvious here. These guys are twins that had the exact same upbringing. Heck, they both turn out to be giant mullet-headed muscle freaks, and yet one is a cop and the other is a criminal. What gives? Could it be that something in their genes was responsible? John Paragon sure thinks so.
What the hell are you talking about? Oh, David did his homework, and David made his bed. And isn't David darling? And Peter, why can't you be more like your brother David? David! I'm talking about you, the Boy Scout of the decade.
It's not society, circumstance, or bad parenting that makes a crook. Some people are just born rotten on the inside, and there's not a darn thing we can do about it. So don't worry about all those social programs, welfare states, education, organized sports, or community outreach. If you're born a crook, you'll always be a crook. Even Peter can't stop himself. After helping the cops, he runs off with the stolen loot. Does that sound like a guy who's going to reform? Might as well lock his type up forever.
Come on, man, this isn't funny.
In the end, while Double Trouble gives you double the meat-headed bodybuilder twin for your money, you also get knowledge that people have been searching for since time immemorial. And with a 1-2-3 punch combination like that, I'm Jeremy Sockman, and I'm giving Double Trouble my seal of approval.
You got all the bad chromosomes, not me. I'll see you in 20 years.
Now we're Double Trouble standing on the stage, guaranteed to make you jump in a hell of a rage. They made a mistake when they opened our cage, and now Double Trouble's on the front page. Couldn't believe that we're a two-man crew. Now we're being interviewed by the Eyewitness News. They call up the Daily and the Post. Now we're being interviewed from coast to coast. We don't like to brag, don't like to boast, but we're the two MCs and we have the most rhymes, baby, on your mind and all the time. Because we make more and more to make, and then we